That's me done. I am exhausted.
Double jab, and again, nice, moving around, and breathe. Like the mindset stuff, you're under pressure, you need to breathe. So if you're in any stressful situation, the air needs to get in, fully out. It's not always just about breathing in, it's also about breathing out as well, getting that air out. Okay, here we go. Let's go, jab, jab, 1, 2, 1, 2, jab, jab, good, right hand, or left hand, left hand, good, lovely, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, and again, double jab, left hand, lovely, 1, 2, 1, 2, now protect yourself, and this is where you breathe as well. When you're under stress, when you're under pressure, you have to learn how to cope with it and breathe. That's it, good, and then jab, jab, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, let's go. You've got this, 4. Left hand, come on, left hand. And time. Someone's throwing punches at you, what do? And I kind of relate that back to life, you know.
Fight or flight?
Yeah, fight or flight, I kind of relate that back to life. That's why boxing and combat sports are so good for your mental health, is because you're put in a situation where you're getting someone striking at you. Yep. You have to learn how to breathe. You have to think straight, because if you start panicking, you start getting under pressure, you get hurt. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So this is why it's so important. I wish actually schools would teach combat sports to young children so that they could learn to deal with life situations, because this is actually a life situation, you know. Definitely. Fighting, violence.
It's the exact same feeling as of adrenaline. Mm-hmm. Like when you're in a stressful situation,
yes.
Adrenaline kicks in. The cortisol levels rise, which is releasing your stress hormones. And it's either fight or flight situation. And
that can be the decider whether you're going to fail as such or rise in a bad situation, and that's what you're pretty much doing there. So I seen a couple of times there at the start of the first round when I was striking at you, you were all tight, there was no air getting in, and then when I asked you to strike, when I asked you to perform, then your breathing was all over the place. Whereas the second round, when I started striking you, you were taking it in, you were adapting to any pressure or situation, and then you were able to come back, and that's the difference.
You're able to clear that. Just give yourself a wee bit of clearance with that. That's totally like mindfulness. Give a good breath in.
Yes. And then fully out. And then you're back in.
You're ready. I teach a lot of if you're going into like a busy store and you're suffering from anxiety, and 5 breaths. I just break it in. You know, focusing on where it's going and take it back out again. Clears all the white noise, as I call it.
Yes.
And helps you focus on what your goal is.
And see, for a situation, well, I know it's a bit different for a fight, because maybe you're in such a moment where you don't really have a lot of time to think. And that's what can be scary for a lot of people, is that you're put into a situation where adrenaline's spiked, you have all these chemicals released, but what do? Do you know what I mean? And it is hard, but the more and more you put yourself in that situation, the easier it becomes to deal with that. The easier it becomes to think straight and create a strategy to help you overcome it. And I feel that is the same what you're talking about there, is to life. If you go into a store and you can't control these emotions,
but you don't know what they are.
You don't know what they are because you don't put yourself there enough. Whereas if you were to go into that store more and more and just challenge yourself and go, right, today we're just going to focus on the breathing side of it. Boom.
Exactly.
That's how you overcome.
I've got to, I am in life. I can't really read and write. And it took to the death of my mum to realise, fuck, what the fuck am I doing? So I just put trust in the tutors. Lee, it's our job to get you through this. It's not your job. Your job is to tell us truthfully, honestly, what you can and cannot do. So I did.
Yes.
Never took a look for 2 years.
Unreal.
Right, that's me done. I am exhausted in my body and mind. Definitely a lot to tackle. Like I've been training a good wee while now, well over a year. And it's good to switch things up again. It's good to dabble into that uncertainty. It helps you reevaluate what you have really learnt in the past but forgot about, i.e. my mindfulness. Casey Fiddle in there telling me round one I was holding my breath and I was in a flight or fright response and I was just engaged, like stuck. Round two, I learned how to breathe again and be comfortable with what was happening, with the punches flying to me. And them punches are life. They come fucking all sorts, left, right, uppercuts, donkey punches, they all come. And then the third round really was me battling against that again, pushing Casey out of the road, pushing them obstacles down, remembering to breathe again, bring the conscious, the subconscious into the conscious, breathing, learning to step out of the way, move the head, learn to do them wee things again that we all forget to do. I know for me, I wish I could do this a lot more with Casey. I'm going to work on getting this other stone off and come up and kick his arse in. And he'll not know what happened. But really appreciate coming back on here again. I really hope it inspires you. I know it's inspired me. And I know there's somebody out there watching this right now will look at me and say, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be that person. Well, I'm telling you now, you can.
Thanks, Lee.